How would you feel if those you loved were consistently discriminated against, and you yourself were thrown in jail for almost 3 decades? Would you be angry? Probably even want revenge. But Nelson Mandela had a better way. He worked his entire life to create a working peace throughout the nations and equal rights for all races. His life is most easily categorized into his early life, his incarceration, and his post-imprisonment. Nelson Mandela, also known as Madiba, was born July 18, 1918, to a royal family of 13 children in the Eastern Cape of South Africa. When he was young, he became the first member of his family to attend school. He attended college at the University College of Fort Hare, but was later expelled with his friend and future colleague Oliver Tambo for participating in a student strike. Later, he attended the University of Witwatersrand, and according to the Nobel Prize archives, passed the bar exams in 1942 and set up his own practice to help those who were suffering from apartheid. Nelson Mandela also became a great leader in the African National Congress, which was disbanded after a few years and sent underground. He became known as the Black Pimpernel from his many disguises that he used when he was furthering his work. Many members of the ANC, including Mandela, were arrested and sent to jail for 5 years. Afterwards, when the ANC was reformed and Mandela was freed, he joined and tried to form a military branch. This got him arrested a second time and sentenced to 5 years in jail. After 1 year, his sentence was changed to life imprisonment and hard labor. Mandela spent most of that time in a cell such as this. It's 4.5 feet wide and just 6 feet long. Mandela was approached many times during his incarceration to be offered his freedom if he would only renounce his political views. To his credit, he rejected every offer and went back to his cell. Mandela also tried to encourage the inmates to express their ideas and continue studying to broaden their minds. This gave the Robben Island prison the nickname Nelson Mandela's University. Nelson Mandela was released from prison on February 11th, 1990. In those years that he was imprisoned, he became an icon for civil rights, and 3 years later was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Mandela was, 1 year later, elected the first Black South African president, and he served for 5 years. In 1999, instead of recampaigning, he chose rather to step down. In 2001, Mandela was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and he became an activist for finding cures for many diseases, and including the HIV/AIDS virus, which had taken the life of his son. When he was 85, Mandela chose to retire from the public light to spend time with his family and, more importantly, his wife of 5 years, Graça Michel. On his 89th birthday, Mandela formed a group known as the Elders, which were formed of prominent leaders in all nations so that they could, quote, tackle the very toughest problems in the world, from BBC News. Mandela was a great man, and we learn many lessons throughout his life, both before, in, and after his imprisonment. We can learn by his example to release our hatred and our bitterness towards all mankind, even though we have every right to keep it. As Madiba so wisely put it, a good head and a good heart are a formidable oppression.